everything that happened. The radiator went out, the chassis was off, the tow was off. We didn't meet qualifications, but we didn't meet qualifications, but we had to fix it. After we did that, our battery died. We lost radios, had no radios during qualifying, had to push off for qualify and for the first race. And it's just been a show. So I think everything that could have went wrong literally went wrong.
All right, Fearless here with Lexi Arnold. Definitely not the way you wanted to start the season off. Talk us through a little bit of what you saw.
Well, this week we had a really good practice, consistent 60s and probably my best PR for this track. Came out here and warmed up practice, and Miss Lane's first race over there, she spun out in 1 and 2, and I guess I was just late to see it, or I couldn't get stopped in time. My foot was on the brake, but if I went up, I would have went to the wall. If I went down, I would have hit another car. So I try to avoid it, but it does happen in racing. So
your crew's been doing a lot of work here trying to get this car raceable again. Bodywork seems to be almost there. Are you a little bit worried about the inside of it, though?
No, not really. I got a great team. I trust them all. Kirby Gobble over here, and Mr. Phil, and Nutsy and Rick. I wouldn't trust anybody as much as these guys, and we're almost there. Honestly, it's only been about 10 minutes, so I think the only thing we're missing out here is some practice time, but this week definitely made up for it.
Well, it's definitely going to be very fun to watch. So I can't wait to see you out on the track.
Thank you.
Fearless here with TJ Quinn after a blown motor and qualifying in Super Street Stocks. Tell us how it was running and
First hard lap I've run all day because I got 2 tires and it just dropped the valve in the engine, so their day's done.
Very disappointing. Do you think you're going to be able to get it fixed up for next week so you can come back try again?
Maybe next race, but I just have to see how much damage it is.
Definitely know we wanted to see you again soon.
What?
Definitely know that and we were hoping to see, but we hope to see you again soon.
Oh yeah, thank you. Fearless here with Derek Lane. You've had a very up and down day, but altered practice on the race. Just talk us through a little bit of what's been going on.
Well, it's we've spent the past couple of weeks getting the car that I used to run together for my daughter to run her first late model race, and we've been here 4 or 5 times, letting her practice, make some laps, go out for practice today. She loses it. Another car ends up into us, knocks the whole nose off of it. So we've worked our hind ends off to get that car to where she could even go out on the racetrack. She was going to run the race today if I had to pull all the padding out of her seat and put in mine and put a booster seat in it so she could sit over the steering wheel. She was going to run this race. I found in the middle of that, I found the right front hub on mine, the inner the outer race for the inner bearing, the wheel bearing, had started spinning inside the hub, walled the hub out pretty good, so I had to change the hub. I actually stole the right front hub off of her car in order to qualify, while Dad run back to the shop and grabbed another hub to put on hers. So, car's pretty decent. We come up and day before yesterday and I shook the car down. First time it's been on the track all year. Just needs some tweaking. Nothing major. Hopefully that's it for today. We're done. I'm ready to put them. We got one more race. Finish the race the way they are, at least as intact as what they are now. Put them in the trailer, and then we'll get some data after the race. Do some more work and let her get some more laps. And be good to go.
So Brett Housewright, it does have a pretty fast machine out there. Do you think of any tweaks you can make to maybe be able to compete with him in this next race?
I couldn't tell how hard Brad was running the car. my car, it started out on the tight side and then come to me. And then when we had a caution with about 10 to go, the car got really, really tight afterwards. I actually hung on the outside of Brad for 2 laps. And then just all of a sudden it got extremely tight at 1 and 2. And I just dropped back in line behind him. If I can get the car freed up where I need it freed up at, we might have something for him. I mean, we ain't gonna do nothing stupid. I like Brad. He's always raced me clean. So we done tore one race car up. I don't like tearing race cars up. It's not a lot of fun, and we're gonna do our best to go have fun, and we'll see if I can get to him. I'm not gonna say we got anything for him, but with some changes, we might. I don't know. We'll just have to see.
It's gonna be a fun one to watch. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
All right, Fearless here with Ashton Higgins. You had a very fast car out there, keeping with Brad Housewright pretty good up until a little bit of technical issues. Talk us through your race and what eventually had led to the early end.
Yeah, I think we had a pretty good car. I don't know if we had anything for the 88 there. I normally try to race with respect, and felt like I gave him plenty of room, and he drove in there and just plowed through me on lap 2 and put me up in marbles and stuff. So I try to be respectful, but I'll remember in the back of my head. But yeah, we broke a track bar there. I think we'll have a good run here. Just feel like we need a little bit more drive off to run with him, and maybe a little bit more straightaway speed.
So you are going to be able to get the car fixed up for feature 2?
Yeah, I think we got it done.
Well, it's going to be very fun to watch. Then thank you for your time.
All right, thank you.
Fearless here with Bruce Crumley, number 33. I will say the battle between you and Brad T was definitely one of the funnest battles on the track to watch online. Just talk us through your night and how the car was handling.
Well, as soon as when we would start, the car would be great, but after about 3 or 4 laps, it just pushing the front end and couldn't get anything up off the corner, which that's where I've been good at during the practice sessions, but just couldn't get up off the corner during that race.
Do you think there's anything you can do to get it adjusted for next time?
Oh yeah, we got fuel over here. We'll take a look at it and see what we got to do so we can help get up off the corner, get through the center a little bit better. I believe it would be what helped that.
Well, it's going to be fun to watch. Can't wait to see you next time.
Thank you.
Fearless here with Brad Teague here after feature race number 1. He had a pretty good fast car out there. It was really fun watching you in the 33 battle, but talk us through your race and how you're feeling going into feature number 2.
Oh, we was just trying to finish good and not wreck Bruce. But the car was a little bit loose, and I think that I could have actually, in a long run, I think I could have maybe got around the 28. Of course, we was staying with the 88, pretty good. He's pretty fast, so I was having a lot of fun and just trying to keep from tearing my car up and finish good.
Is there any tweaks you think you can make to be a little bit better, or are you just hoping for a long run?
Well, we're waiting on the weather will change. The cooler it gets, we're kind of waiting a little bit. We probably make an air pressure adjustment and tighten it up a little bit, maybe. But sometimes when it gets cool and of a nighttime, it'll tighten up on its own,
You were talking a little bit about track changes. Was there any significant track changes throughout the race, or was it
track changes
throughout the race?
No, it didn't really feel like it changed much. Now it's a little bit tighter and snugger now than it was when we first went out to practice and qualify.
Right. Well, it's going to be very fun to watch in feature race number 2. Cannot wait.
Well, we're going to try again. Hope we don't get a car tore up.
Hey, maybe you can get up 2 more spots and get that victory lane next time.
I just appreciate the sponsors and the people who helped me, because I couldn't be here if it wasn't for them.
Yes, sir. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
Fearless here with Rick Holtzman. Talk us through the Super Street Stock race, especially that first lap.
I think maybe the 13 got in a little bit hard and just sliding the wheels and got into me and turned me around. Maybe the 12 hit him too.
It did look like you had a fast car, just with the rear end damage, not able to have the consistency you needed. You think you could have done anything different to catch up and maybe?
I think probably what what happened was the rear spoiler, it knocked all the rear spoiler down off of it and didn't have no downforce in the rear. It kept getting looser and looser.
You think you know it's fixed for next time?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it won't take long to fix it back. It ain't hurt.
That's it. Sounds good. We'll appreciate your time, sir.
Okay, thank you, buddy. Have a
Hi, Fearless here with Rocky Yates after a very, very fun race to watch between yourself, the 3 and the 17. I don't know what you got in those cars, but man, they're fast.
Yeah, that's actually my stepson in that 3 car that I was racing against. But we had a good race. He overdrove a corner a little bit and got against me and got by me, but it's still a good race.
You did seem to have a little bit more speed as the run went on. You think you could have maybe got around for the win if it was 5 more laps?
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, I was gaining on him, and I actually had on the last lap, I had him hung behind a couple lap cars. If I could have pushed the issue and had me a lane, I believe I could have got up beside of him, but I didn't take the chance. I just let it ride.
I think that the race you were in was definitely the most lap traffic affecting the leaders' battle we've seen. How badly do you think it affected y'all's battle, or did it just make it more fun for you?
It did a lot, but that's racing here with a good car count. Can't everybody be the same speed, you know, and that's just part of it. Sometimes you win it and sometimes you don't.
Well, it's a very fun race to watch, and cannot wait to watch y'all next week.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Alrighty, Fearless here with Ryan Lark, winner of the Street Stock event. A lot of emotions going through your mind right now, but talk us through what it took to get your first win.
I've always dreamed of it. I've always wondered what it would be like, and it's just this rush of emotions. Now, some of these older guys, they get out and it looks like one of many, but to me, it's 15 almost years of trying and effort. And it's just a flood of emotions and being thankful for anybody that's ever played a part in my career. And anybody that currently supports me, has ever supported me. My dad right here, the good Lord above. It was hard getting through those last few laps because your mind starts switching over to that what if and that, what happens when you make it. And you just got to try to keep yourself calm. I've raced for a few years, but even then, just nothing but clean air ahead of you. I wasn't used to that, and I wasn't used to that raw amount of speed that I had tonight. And all the hard work and effort that we've put into it has really come to life this year.
I know the first 10 laps was a little bit of a battle between yourself and the car behind you. It looked like he was able to hug the bottom, especially on exit, a little bit better than you could. I noticed, did you see that and were you able to adjust?
Yeah, I noticed that he was doing it. I couldn't really pull away. I felt like that if I kind of babied myself a little bit longer, that maybe I could make my tires last, because I felt like he was working a little harder than I had to. So I just kind of let him stay close, but I didn't. Anytime that I saw him start to duck, I really started trying to make it a little bit more difficult without absolutely disrespecting him at the same time. Because Daniel, he's a great dude. I've got so much respect for him, and as well as almost all my other competitors here. These guys have all been really good to me, and they've taught me a lot coming up, and I owe it to them to be where I'm at today.
Well, it was a great race to watch this week, and I can only imagine next week's going to be better. Good luck. Congratulations.
I surely hope so. Thank you, bud.
feature race, finishing in the 4th position. Talk us through your race real quick.
Well, they was just 2 slow cars, just couldn't get around them, and the fast pack got away from them, and the caution never did come out. Sometimes in a situation like that, 1 or 2 cars needs to fall back to the rear, and don't get up there and hold everybody up. But, that's the way it is. If that's the rules as far as, inverting the field. And I just needed a caution, hoping it wasn't me, but I needed a caution to come out. And I had to battle around the 33 and the 05, and that just helped me up too much. Couldn't overcome it.
You think you learned enough from this race to prepare for next week?
Well, we'll make some adjustments, but it's not too far off. It's pretty close to running up front, but just a little off right now, and so we'll make some adjustments and try to be a little better next time.
Can't wait to watch you next week.
I appreciate
it's a pleasure watching you race today. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. All right.
Alrighty, Fearless here with Bruce Crumley after feature race number 2. Just talk us through your race today.
Oh, it was second time to the track this year. We got about 40 laps practice the other day. Completely new setup, whole new crew, but I think overall we're heading in the right direction. You got House Right that's always fast, and then you got Ashton that's fast, and then Derek and them always bring a good piece to the track. But I feel like this year's going to be a good competitive class for the late model stock. Hopefully we'll get a few more cars.
Yes, sir. How was the long run on your machine? Because it did look to be struggling a little bit about midway.
Yeah, we can run a good 5 to 7 laps and that's it. But after that, it went away. But that has a lot to do with entry down here in turn 1 and then over in turn 3. Once we get that freed up, then I think it's going to fix what we need to do on the exit.
Tell us a little bit about turns 1 and 2 here at Kingsport, because we've seen a lot of chaos over all the feature races so far today. Just tell us a little bit about what it takes to get through.
So there. Over in turn 1 and 2, the entry and getting up off that corner is a lot different. But most of the time, people are starting to race over there in turn 1 and 2, and they don't realize the race is longer than 1 lap, and they don't wait. A little bit of patience will probably go a long way, and I think as the season goes on, you'll see that from drivers. But today being the first race, a lot of anxiousness for a lot of drivers, but overall, in the late model class, I think it was pretty good. But the other divisions, they were just a little anxious.
A little bit. Well, I appreciate you taking your time to talk to us, and cannot wait to watch you next week.
Hey, no problem. Big thanks to my sponsors, Steve Huff Plumbing, Heating and Air, and then Crumley's Construction. If you need anything, give one of them a call.
All right. Congratulations, and can't wait to see you next time.
Hey, thank you.
Fearless here with Lexi Arnold after a very eventful day for sure.
Yeah, to say the least.
Just for those who don't know, just talk us through the day.
So this week we had a really good practice. We came out and practiced 3 times. We were running in the low 60s, high 50s, and it was great. Parked the car, came out here Saturday, and went in to do our first practice, and ran into Katie Lane in 1 and 2. It's her first race, but we talked. We're on good terms. Love the Lane family. Luckily, both cars were able to be salvaged due to duct tape and many other purposes. But huge thanks to Kirby Gobble and my team and my dad. But both cars were out here. We didn't run the best, but we adapted to what we had, and that's all that matters. So
didn't have a lot of speed out there, but the fact you were able to get it back on the track after being towed off, not even 2 hours later.
So everything that happened, the radiator went out, the chassis was off, the tow was off. We didn't meet qualifications, but we had to fix it. After we did that, our battery died. We lost radios, had no radios during qualifying, had to push off for qualify and for the first race, and it's just been a show. So I think everything that could have went wrong literally went wrong today. So
well, now that you got all that behind you, what are you looking forward to for next week?
I'm interested in getting back on the track with a car that isn't made of duct tape. Oh man, but I hated what happened, but it is a part of racing. Me and Katie both know that. She's done karts for a long time, and this is my 2nd year, so I hate what happened, but I'm really proud of the team and how we got back out there. I didn't think we'd be able to. There was a lot of welding, a lot of cutting, doing a lot of stuff that I didn't even expect. But Kirby, Gobble, and Phil, and Nutsy, and Dad, and Squeak really made it happen. So,
Well, I appreciate your time and cannot wait to see you next week.
of course, thank you.
We're talking with Michael Patterson, driver of the number 12 Crown Vic. Hey, for someone who halfway through last season had never run a full body stock car, I mean, you're starting to get to be an old pro at this.
Man, I like it pretty good. It's different, you know. I run a go-kart a few races, and other than that, I've never run nothing, but I really enjoy it.
Well, tell us how this night went. Yeah.
Tonight went pretty good. I was experimenting with some tire pressures, trying to figure out what would work for me, what wouldn't. Changed tire manufacturers. Car seemed overall pretty happy. Had some traffic in front of me that was a little loose, and I was really trying not to get into them and cause a calamity for them, myself, or anybody behind me. I wasted a little bit of time there, but I qualified 5th. I finished 5th, so I'm pretty happy with it.
And as a short track fan and someone here, you're one of the people who have been working really hard the last, feels like a couple of years to get this Crown Vic division grown up, and tonight it feels like it did. You got 14 cars to show up. I mean, it may not have been the best thing for you to qualify 5th and finish 5th, but how does it feel to kind of see it go from where we were just putting out 4 cars at a time for that division?
Man, I love it. You know, I was in traffic the whole race. It was great. I think we had 1 or 2 cautions, I don't remember, but you know, it was clean restarts. Everybody done good. I don't know that anybody ever once touched my car. I mean, everybody raced with respect and clean. And, man, it's a good night. I really enjoyed myself.
Anything you can do to work on this car to get you ready for race 2? Maybe go up to bat with those Carolina guys?
Learn how to drive. I'm trying, but
anybody you want to thank on this car?
Yeah, man. JB Auto Works, my boss John, Tyler, Autumn, you know, my girlfriend Caitlin, my kids, Tiffany, McLean Heating and Cooling. They come on board with me to help me get through this season, because I'm running both Lonesome Pine and Kingsport full season at both tracks. So a little bit of help goes a long way, you know. But yeah, man, here we are.
All right, great run tonight, Pat. Thanks for talking to us. Good luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you, buddy.
Trying to talk to a few more people before dark. We got a group photo going on here. We got the boys of Fast Motorsports, 09 Frank Womack, Pure 4, 99 Cody Hilton, stock front wheel drive, Mike Craig, number 13, Pure 4. Boys, talk us through your night. You all had some races to yourselves. Frank, you came home P3 in the late model Pure 4 feature. Sorry, misspoke, but we'll start with you first.
I'll tell you, it was a handful out there tonight. The car got a little slick, a little loose. I think I spent more time sideways than straight there first half of the race. But I was able to pull it back together and have a pretty good run of it. It was just an awesome day. I couldn't be more proud of the team and all the effort and work we put into it.
All right, Cody, for you. So is this your first ever start in a race car, or is this your first start at Kingsport or with Frank? Or?
I raced here in Pure 4 and Pure Street back probably 2017, 2018, actually 2018 into 2019. But first time in almost 2 years, so you might as well count it as a first race.
Yeah. So talk us through your night. You actually had started on pole in the stock front wheel drive feature.
Yeah.
Kind of got Dakota and Tyler Swaker got past you, but walk us through that. Anything you might have been able to hold on there? Or?
So we changed a couple things before we went back out for the race. Adjusted some air pressures, trying to take advantage of the cooler track, and it kind of came back to bite us. But finishing P3, practically first race, I mean, that car was a street car
2.5, 3 months ago. So finishing P3 in a street car, we'll take it all day long, especially with all the hard work that we put in this winter on it. And not only that car, but we had 4 cars we were working on, so we'll take the results from tonight all day long.
And Mike, I mean, it's great to see you back at the track in that 13 car in one piece after the heartbreaking end of last year. To walk us through your night and how the car felt first time back in a while.
First off, I got to thank these two, because without their help, I would have never got this car back on the track. It would have been impossible. It was so damaged. But yeah, first practice, went good. I think I was 4th fastest. Kind of did too much thinking, went the wrong way with the setup, and it kind of hurt me. But I think P9, or I think 9th's where I finished, 9th or 10th. But maybe we'll get it right next time. Not think too much. And
and you talked about obvious. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Happy with the results for tonight. I mean, first time that car's back on the track, completely changed. So I'm happy with it.
And you guys have talked about all the hard work you put off in this off season, working on 4 cars, 3 cars here, and I'm assuming the other one you're going to run some other places like Lonesome Pine. And
probably, yeah. It's still at the shop. It's got to be renumbered. Needs a windshield. I got to do some work on the seat mounts, because I'm not a little boy no more, and it's hard to sit in there. So, but yeah, it's we're going to probably race it at Newport and Lonesome Pine.
Does it feel good to work on these cars as much as you have, and even if you didn't get the win, you got a good result out of it and something you can build on?
For sure. I mean, it's exhilarating to know that we done this, us 3 guys, we done this ourselves, and with our own hard work on 2 hands. We didn't pay for this stuff, we built it. So.
Anything y'all can work on for the next race?
We're going to do faster. We're going to do some work on Outlaw here, Cody's car. I think a few more adjustments on it, and that car is going to be hard to beat.
Cody, Mike.
More of the same. Just keep trying. Just keep looking for those tenths. It's all about the tenths.
Small things make big gains.
Yeah,
that's for sure. So we'll get the nitty-gritty and see what we can do in a few weeks.
All right. Anybody you guys want to thank before we head out of here tonight?
Yeah, I want to thank our sponsors. Yes. Second Chance Appliances, or Second Chance Appliances. We got Precision HVAC. Them guys come along. They're helping footing the bill for some tires and stuff. So that's a huge help with the cost of tires these days. Without those guys, I don't think we could do it.
Anybody you two want to thank other than
all these people standing back here? I mean, all of them sacrificed right along with us. So yeah.
Yeah. Daniel, our spotter tonight, did a really good job spotting for us. Everybody plays a part. We're just all cogs in the gear. Everybody comes together. We make this team roll. So
that's for sure. Good deal. Guys, thank you for talking to us. Great run tonight. Fast Motorsports off to a great start in 2026 at the Concrete Jungle.